A very good morning to class 12 boys. I hope you all are well, safe and secure. Now today we will discuss about the business plan. You know what's a business plan? The plan can be defined as thinking in advance. When you talk about the plan, it means that thinking in advance. So when we describe the planning, as in the chapter is mentioned as it's a business plan. So what is planning all about? You know that in business, this is making a module of strategic planning. How planning works? Planning is done of different types. First one is corporate planning, division planning, business planning, product planning, and after planning, when we plan something, we need to implement it. So we implement all these things, then we check organizing, implementation, and then after implementation, we need to control, measuring the results or diagnose the result. Measuring the result or diagnosing the result means, measuring means how much profit and loss we get, the firm is getting or the business is earning. But diagnosing result means why the firm is earning that much amount of profit. Why no? What are the steps need to be taken out? The business earn more amount of profit. What are the gray areas in which the firm is not working properly? And then taking corrective actions. This is a very important plan. The very important process. So strategic planning is a very important thing. So before we move to strategic planning, we need to understand what is plan. What is business plan? I hope you understand this thing. Planning is of different types: corporate planning, division planning, business planning, product planning. And next thing is, if you see that implementation, whatever we plan, we need to implement it. We need to organize all the resources and then implement it in a better way. And then we have to check the results. First, we need to measure the results. How much profit the firm is getting, the firm is earning during the current year. And then we diagnose the results. Now, you expected to the firm should be earn a profit of rupees 1 crore, but the firm earn only 60 lakh. So what are the reason behind this thing? Because you planned for earning 1 crore rupees, but the firm ended up at rupees earning 60 lakh only. So what is the need to? What are the gray areas where the firm is lacking behind? So we need to take the corrective actions. These are the module of the strategic planning. Please note down, this is a very important one. The procedure of strategic planning. Now we move to what is business plan. As I told you, business plan is thinking in advance. You need to think, whatever you plan, you need to think in advance. So we are discussing about the business plan. Okay, we will discuss the strategic planning after this. But we need to understand first thing, what is business plan. The plan can be defined as thinking in advance. What is to be done, when it is to be done, and how it is to be done. And the most important part, by whom it should be done. So means planning is thinking in advance. The first thing is, you need to thinking in advance. Whatever you plan, जो भी हम सोचते हैं, because जो भी हम करने वाले हैं, we need to think in advance कि हमें करना क्या है. First what is to be done? What is to be done? क्या करना है हमें? What is to be done? When is to be done? When is to be done? The next process is how is to be done? How? कैसे होगा? What are the resources which we are needed? And the fourth one is, we say what, when, how, and by whom is to be done. This is an important fourth process. So we need to this is all come under business plan. So means plan can be defined as thinking in advance. What is to be done, when is to be done, and how is to be done. And most important part is by whom is to be done. So planning is an intellectual thinking process. It is an intellectual thinking process with which organized foresight, which is quite essential for an intelligent action. Means whatever you think in advance, whatever you're doing it, whatever your business plan is, you need to think in advance कि हमें करना क्या है, कैसे करना है. And then we need to organize our business plan in such a manner. It means we have to put all the business plan, all the components in the business plan in an intelligent manner, so that it looks attractive also, it looks feasible also. अगर आप किसी को business plan दिखाएं, तो वो उसको समझ में आना चाहिए कि हाँ, this is feasible, ये feasible है, ये possible है. The plan which is not feasible, nobody can see that. That means we need to understand that plan can be defined thinking in advance. So what is business plan actually? A business plan is formal written document. Please note down. A business plan is a formal written document containing business goals. Containing business goals. The methods on how these goals can be attained. How these goals can be attained. And the time from within which these goals need to be achieved. कितने time period में ये goal achieve होंगे. It also describe the nature of the business, background information on the organization and the organization financial projections and the strategies it intends to implement to achieve these stated targets. These documents provide a roadmap. That's why these documents provide a roadmap to the organization. So, are you clear? A business plan is a formal written document. You know, first thing is a formal written document containing business goals. Containing all the business goals. What business wants? Business चाहता क्या है? The methods on how these goals can be attained. By which methods these goals can be achievable. Or how we attain these goals. And the time frame. You know, the time frame should not be over 100 years. It should be a feasible time. We need to achieve this business goal within 1 year, within 2 years, within 2.5 years, within 3 years, depend upon what type of business you have. And the time frame, that's an important part, within which these goals need to be achieved. It also describes the nature of the business. Business ka nature kya hai? The background information on the organization and the organization financial projections. How much money you need for all this thing. कितना पैसे की जरूरत पड़ेगी, पैसा कहाँ से आएगा. And the strategies it intends to implement to achieve the stated targets. These documents provides roadmap. So that's why the business plan is a roadmap. It's a written document, it's a roadmap for the business because all the material information should be noted in this business plan. All the feasible business information, all the business goals, what are the time frames, what are the financial obligations, what are the financial projections need to be which needed in the business. Okay, all these things are required in the business plan. That's why we say it provides roadmap. Obviously, what is business plan all is? Okay, so then next is a business plan is a decision making tool. Business plan is a decision making tool. So we say that business plan क्या है? एक decision making tool है. It's a decision making tool. It describes all necessary inputs needed by a business. The first thing is it describes all necessary inputs, all important or necessary inputs, all important inputs required by the business or needed by the business. Second point is explaining the mode of utilization of resources. The business plan also discusses explaining the utilization of resources. How you utilize your resources. Explaining the utilization of resources is an important part. Whatever resources you have, how you utilize them, or what is the procedure to utilize these type of resources. Then third point is detailing the strategies. You need to detail all the strategies for the execution of the project. Means आप कैसे काम करोगे project पे. So you need to detailing the strategies detailing the strategies for the execution of the project. Okay, is it clear? Detailing the strategies for the execution of the project. Next is fourth one is outlining the desired goals. What are your desired goals? To outline the desired goals. Outlining the desired goals is an important one. What need to be achieved? हमें क्या चाहिए? Okay, next point is fifth one is assessing market senses. Assessing market capabilities and the profitability of the venture. Okay, you need to assess here the market. What is the market position? What is the market gap? What is the customer buying behavior? What is the customer purchasing power? So we call it assessing the market capabilities. Assessing market capabilities and the profitability of the venture. You need to understand the market, what customer wants, what customer basically, who's your competitors, how you face them, how you survive in the market, what type of product you are giving to customer, whether the product can satisfy the consumer or not, okay, whether the products have a capability to create more publicity. This is an important part. Then only you can think about the profit. Because if you have the market, if you have a product which have a strategic planning, if your product have that amount of capabilities which can earn the profitability, how long the product can be survive in the market. These are all important things needed to be mentioned in the business plan. The business plan simply means what to do, how to do, and who's to do. Okay? Now, business plan is prepared by the entrepreneur. Business plan is prepared by the entrepreneur, but he need to take help from the other peoples, because entrepreneur is not capable enough to look for everything. For example, in an organization, their production department is here, their organizing department is here, their human resource department is here, their planning department is here, their marketing department is here. So one entrepreneur cannot be sufficient enough. It's not superb enough to handle each and everything. So he need the outsourced people. He need other peoples to support them. It's prepared by the entrepreneur with the help of other peoples. Okay, is it clear? The business plan describing what to do, how to do, who to do, from but whom is to do. Now it prepared by the entrepreneur with the help of the other members. Okay, these members are from the outside the business, or maybe inside the business. Now, but what is the business plan? Describe all the elements. It means all the internal as well as external. We will discuss about all the internal and external factors earlier also, macro and macro environment. I hope it's clear. It means he need to understand all the internal and external factors, means macro and micro environments, to describe the business plan. Then only he can he is able to create the business plan. It means the business plan is prepared by the entrepreneur with the help of other peoples, because the one man is not enough to look after each and everything. Okay, so it contains all the elements, whether the elements related to internal environment or the external environment. We simply call it macro and micro factors. Macro and macro factors. Okay, so these are the terms we need in business plan. So an effective business plan should represent. So what is an effective business plan? How the business plan should be effective? So an effective business plan should represent all aspects of businesses. Means an effective business plan should represent all aspects of business. वो सारे aspects cover करे business के. And sub plan should be prepared to cover all aspects. Means ऐसा नहीं है कि you note down only the main points. It contains all the detailed information. The first thing you require detailed information. The plans can be made. The sub plans should be prepared to cover all aspects relating to which are related to marketing. The business plan related to marketing, finance, operation, human resource, etc. It means a business plan is not only describe only the production thing, only the marketing thing. The business plan should be describe all the factors, even the sub factors. When it cover all aspects which are related to marketing, which are related to finance, where the business gets money, finance, then operations, how business operate, what type of machinery business needs, whether machinery and the technologies are easily available in the country or we need to import it from the outside. हमें बाहर से मंगाना पड़ेगा. So we need to think all these things. The first thing is marketing. Company marketing कैसे करेगी? Company अपने को promote कैसे करेगी? The marketing involves everything: advertising, sale, promotion, publicity. These are all parts of marketing. So what step company need to take for marketing their product or marketing its own brand? Then where the money comes, how much finance company is having, how much finance we require, operations, what type of operation, what type of technologies companies require, what type of machinery company requires, whether these type of technologies are easily available in India or we need to import it from outside. Then human resource. The second one is finance, third one is operation, fourth one is human resource. How much skilled or non-skilled person you require? Human resource. What is the appointment process? How you select the person? You need to find the best man at the best job, or simple say the right man for the right job. Is it clear? It's an important part. It need to be created in the business plan. That means a business plan needs marketing. How company promotes its goods. Yeah, promote it. How company creates its own brand. Where the finance comes, where the money comes. What is the operations side? You require the heavy industries. You require to get lots many advanced technologies. Whether these type of technologies are easily available in India or you need to import from outside. For all this thing, you require money. And then how you choose the human resources. How you choose the staff. The human resource means how you choose your staff, the right man for the right job. This is the important part. What is the selection process? What is the recruitment process? How much skilled person you require? How much non-skilled person you require? Is it clear? What type of experts you need? What type of professional is need? So this is the important part. So these are the should contain in the business plan. I hope it's clear. Okay, then question arises, who should write the plan? I told you, the business plan should be prepared by the entrepreneur himself. Okay, but with the advice and input right from who should write the business plan? The question asks, who should write the business plan? Suppose this question comes for 1 mark. The business plan should be prepared by the entrepreneur himself. Is it clear? But he took the advice, he took the help from, or he took the inputs from other people. These are lawyers, these are accountants, these are marketing consultants, these are engineers, these are financial institutions. Or these are promoters who promotes the company. So you need to take the advice. When you prepare the plan, you need to take the inputs from other people also. Because the one person is not good enough to look everything. Suppose I am a person, I am not good in marketing, I am not good in finance. So I need to take the advice from the finance department. Those who are good in finance, those who are good in marketing. I mean, that's why the business plan should be prepared by the entrepreneur himself. But he took the advice and the inputs from other people's. These are lawyers, these are accountants, these are marketing consultants, these are engineers also, or these are the financial institutions. Means you're taking the help of other financial institutions also. कि भाई we need to make a business plan. हम आपसे पैसा ले रहे हैं, हमें आपकी ठीक है थोड़ी सी एक्सपर्टाइज चाहिए, थोड़ी सी एडवाइस चाहिए. We are making a business plan. The financial institution, those who are finance you, जो आपकी कंपनी में पैसा लगा रहा है, of course they can they can provide you the guideline also. Is that clear? So who should write the business plan? The business plan write by the entrepreneur himself with the help of other peoples. Now what is the importance of business plan? Why the business plan is important? We discovered what is the business plan, who should write the business plan, what are the contents we needed in business plan, what the business plan covers, all the aspects. But what is the important thing is, why the business plan important? What is the importance of business plan? The business plan is valuable to all stakeholders. You know what are stakeholders for the organization? These are employees also. These are the owners also. These are the directors also. These are the creditors also. These are the investors also. These are bank also, financial institution also. They are stakeholders. Now why? Because owners putting money in the business to earn money. So they are the main stakeholders. Investors who are putting money in your company. The financial institutions who provide you loan. The venture capitalists, those who can provide money to start the business. Even your employees, because they know that if company do well, they also get the better salaries, better packages. Even the customer, they know that whatever product company is offering them, at what price. So they all are the stakeholders. So why the business plan important? The business plan is valuable to all stakeholders, such as entrepreneur himself, potential investors, venture capitalists. Venture capitalists are the person, those who can provide seeding capital, those who provide the amount to the company, those who provide loan to the firm, as well not only loan to the firm but also provide the expert advice, bank, financial institutions, etc. So means the business plan is important for all the stakeholders. I hope this part is clear. The business plan is important for all the stakeholders, because the reason behind this thing, because business plan provide a roadmap for starting a new venture. Okay. Now we are discussing the importance now. What is the importance of business plan? The business plan is important for all the stakeholders. Okay. It provides a roadmap to starting a new venture. How the new venture can be started. It helps in first thing is identifying the resources required. What type of resources you require for the organization to start the business. The first thing is identifying. You identifying the resources required. The resources required in the business. Identifying the resources required in the business. Second point is, what other things? It helps the business obtaining licenses. In certain type of business, you need licenses. Obtaining licenses is an important part. Now, in certain type of business, you require license. You need government permission. Suppose you are opening a drug factory. Drug means medicine factory. For this thing, you need a license. Suppose you are planning to open up a liquor factory. You need to take permission from the government. For this thing, you require a license. So, how we get obtain licenses? This is an important part. In business plan, it covers every detail. What type of resources we require, how we get the license, what type of license we require. Next point, meeting legal requirements. Meeting legal requirements. Legal requirements. What type of legal requirements are there? Okay, what are the legal requirements which are desired by the government? In certain cases, the legal requirements are there, which is mentioned in the Companies Act. Company Act according, there are certain legal requirements are there, which are prescribed by the government. So, how you fulfill these type of legal requirements? Next part is business plan. Business plan helps in satisfying the concern issue and queries of each group of people interested in the ventures. Means business plan में वो सारी चीजें होंगी, ठीक है, all the details, ठीक है, which can solve the queries of each group. अगर किसी को कुछ queries हैं, कुछ doubts हैं, those who are interested in ventures, जो अपना पैसा लगा रहे हैं ventures में, तो business plan provides all the detailed solutions. Means it helps in satisfying. It helps in satisfying queries, if any. It helps in satisfying the queries or concerns or issues of each group of people interested in the ventures. Next part is, fifth one is, we have a less space over here, note down please. It provides room for self-assessment. It provides room for self-assessment and self-evaluation by requiring the entrepreneur to think through various scenarios and plans way to avoid obstacles. Now, it's an important part. It provides room for self-assessment and self-evaluation by requiring the entrepreneur to think the various scenario and the plan way to avoid these obstacles. If any obstacles here, how to remove that type of obstacles. Means self-assess करना by looking the business plan. जो मैं करने जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है, और self evaluation करना, जो मैं करने जा रहा हूँ business के लिए, क्या वो सही हो रहा है? What are all the details are there in that? It means it provides room for self-assessment, self-evaluation by requiring the entrepreneur to think about the various scenario and plans way to avoid obstacles. Is it clear? Next point is, sixth one is, business plan is an important tool for procuring funds. Is an important tool for procuring funds. How you get the fund? From where you get the fund? Because money is a very important part to starting a new venture. You require money. Of course, somebody finance you, but you require money. The business plan is an important tool for procuring funds. How you get funds? It means they depend upon 4 C's. 4 C's is an important part. 4 C's depend for character. First one is character. Next one is cash flow. Character, cash flow, collateral. Character, cash flow, collateral and contribution. Fourth one is contribution. Contribution towards equity, towards capital. The business plan is an important tool for procuring funds, represented by 4 C's. The one is 4 C's are character, cash flow, collateral, contribution towards equity. The contribution towards equity. Equity means your capital, the amount you invested in the business. The how you get the business. Then again, how much individual person can bring out, how much cash you have, how much you can take as a loan, how much a person is contributing in terms of their shares. So these all details should be mentioned in the business plan. Next comes the format of business plan. Formats of business plan. The formats of business plan. Now it's an important one. Formats of business plan. Especially in class from this chapter, normally question for 1 marks, question for 3 marks, even the question for 4 to 6 marks are very important. So please listen to the chapter very carefully because it's a very important chapter for the board prospects. Now what is the format of business plan? You might be heard elevator pitch. Elevator pitch. In certain movies also, you see that. In certain movies, you see that. I will describe what is elevator pitch. Now suppose you as a person plan to open a company या plan to open a venture. आपको कोई business खोलना है and you need money for this. आप किसी के पास गए, उसने बोला आपको सर मैं आपको अपना business plan समझाना चाहता हूँ and this is a very important one. हम बहुत profit कमाएंगे and the boss, the financial planner boss या जो भी कोई बैंक है या any financial institution या कोई बड़ा businessman है जिसको आपने plan बताना चाहते हो ताकि वो आपके business में पैसा लगाए. He say, yeah, you have only 2 minutes. मुझे 2 मिनट के अंदर समझाओ what's your business plan. If I like it, then I will ठीक है. If I impress it, I can provide you money. Otherwise, sorry. That means you need to create a business plan in that manner, short, simple, and very feasible, so that it can be easily understood to others. So this is a format of business plan. Means you need money and you have to impress the idea, impress the financial potential investor also. आपको इन्वेस्टर को इम्प्रेस करना है तो हाउ कैन यू ठीक है इम्प्रेस देम बट दे से सिंपल हियर वी हैव ओनली 2 minutes in this 2 minutes or we have only 3 minutes in this 3 minutes you have to describe your business idea and just tell us the detail otherwise if you like it then we will put the money if you don't like it ठीक है sorry so means we need a format of plans. First thing is elevator pitch. So what is the elevator pitch? It is basically a 3-minute summary of the business plan. So please note down carefully. It's a 3-minute summary. 3-minute summary of a business plan. Summary of a business plan. It's a 3-minute summary of a business plan which executes summary to impress investors, customers or strategic partners. Please important word. That means elevator pitch is a 3-minute summary of the business plan which executes summary to impress investors, customers or the strategic partners, those who are partners, to how you impress them. So it means that it is a way to share your expertise and credentials quickly and effectively with people who don't know you. Is an important word. It is a way, it's a written document or it's a 3-minute summary to share your expertise and credentials quickly and effectively with people who don't know you. जो आपको जानते नहीं है, how can you impress them? That means if somebody asks you what's an elevator pitch, simple say it's a short description of an idea, product or company that explains the concept in a way such that listeners can understand in a short period of time. The listener can understand in a short period of time. It is basically explains what the idea regarding to product, company or person is in their value. Means simply mean it is short description of an idea, product or company that explains the concept in such a way that listener can understand in a short period of time. It basically explains the idea, about the product, about the company and the persons who are involved in it. Clear? The first thing we require the elevator pitch under business plan. You understand what is the elevator pitch? 3-minute summary, written document, short and simple presentation so that you can satisfy the listener can understand this thing. Those who are the potential investors, they can understand it. Next is other format of business plan is a pitch desk with oral narrative, a pitch desk with oral narrative. Now what it means? This format presents the business plan in the form of an entertaining slideshow. You might be heard that what is slideshow. We use in computers, we use in making PowerPoint presentations. When this format presents the business plan in the form of an entertaining slideshow, complemented with an oral narrative. When somebody narrate, the slide is moving on and somebody narrate. Again, it's a short and simple one. So that when they look the presentation, they can able to understand this thing. Ki, wow, this particular product, या this particular company, या this particular idea is feasible. ये profitable हो सकता है. Is it clear? This is why it's called a pitch deck with oral narrative. Means you are making the PowerPoint presentation and somebody narrate them in the background, and the person, the listeners, they are visualizing the slideshow. Third part is a written presentation for external stakeholders. A written presentations for external stakeholders. For external stakeholders. Okay, those who are the external stakeholders. Means you provide the written presentation. They don't have time to listen to you. They say we can see that. Okay, when we are free. So you provide a written presentation. It should be short and simple. Is it clear? Next part is an internal operational plan. Means what is the fourth one is an internal operation plan. An internal operation plan. Now what is this internal operation plan? It's a detailed plan describing planning details that are needed by management but may not be interested by the external stakeholders. Means these are the internal operation plan needed only by the company, not by the external stakeholders. It means basically this operation plan prepared for the internal stakeholders, or simply say for the management only, for the management purpose only. So basically these three are for the outside peoples and this one is for internal stakeholders, those who are generally simply say for the management of the company. Okay, next we move on. What is the components of business plan? Now depending upon the entrepreneur experiences, knowledge and purposes, generally a business plan outline the following details. We are discussing what is the following details. So next part is what are the components of business plan? What are the components of business plan? They say that depending upon the entrepreneur experiences, knowledge and purposes, generally a business plan outline following components. Now business plan में होना क्या चाहिए? What are details should be required in business plan? The first one is components in business plan is, the first detail is required is components of business plan. We say components in business plan. Okay, what are the components required? The first one is introductory profile. The first is introductory profile. Now what is introductory profile? Which describes the name, situation. The first one is introductory profile. This is generally called introduction stage or summary of business plan. It means it requires, the first thing it requires entrepreneur biodata, the person who is looking for the new venture, his detailed entrepreneur biodata, his detail. You know what's a biodata, or simple term we call circle and write or resume. Let's call entrepreneur biodata, his name and address, his qualification, his experiences in the field, and what are the other capabilities he or she is having. It means this is required the introductory profile, which mentions the entrepreneur biodata, his name and addresses, who are their promoters who are putting the money in the business, what is the qualification of the entrepreneur, what are the experiences the entrepreneur is having, what are the other capabilities he's having. Then next is industry profile. Next one is industry profile. Now, industry profile refers for the name and address of the enterprise. जो इंडस्ट्री कहाँ पर सेटअप है, the name and address of the enterprise, nature of business, branches or sister concern, business का nature क्या है. The first industry profile, they need require name and addresses, name and addresses. Okay. The second thing require nature of business. Business का nature क्या है? Is a manufacturing firm, is a production department, is a service operating business. Okay. So we write the nature of the business. Then we write branches or sister concern. क्या कंपनी की कोई और ब्रांचेस हैं या कोई और सिस्टर कंसर्न है या कोई कंपनी का कोई जो एंटरप्रेन्योर कोई भाई कोई दूसरी कंपनी खोल के बैठा है. तो we require all these details. It should be mentioned in the business plan. Then product detail. What type of product you are offering in the market? Products detail. Now product details describe for. ठीक है, what is the product utility? In what product you are dealing? Basically, this product is manufacturing for men, women, children, or teenagers. It means it should be described the product utility. Then product range. What type of product you are offering to the consumer? Product range. What are the product you are offering to the different peoples? What are the product ranges here? What is the product design? What is the USP? What is the unique selling point? This is an important one. So under product details, the first thing is important one is the product utility. What type of product you are offering to consumer? Product utility. Then product range. What is the range of your product? किसके लिए बना रहे हो? What type of different ranges? किस range से किस range तक? Cost क्या है इनकी? What is product design? What is the unique selling point that makes the unique selling point is that makes your business better than your competitors? So what is USP? USP, simple term, we can say that unique selling point. It makes your business better than your competitors. So these are things which require in as a component in a business plan. As a component in business plan. Obviously, these are the components we require in the. These are components we require in the business plan. Now, what is the description of business venture? What is the description of business venture? Now, this section of business plan generally begins with the mission statement. Please note down this thing. Description of business venture, which describe the business venture. This section of business plan generally begins with the mission statement. A mission statement is a statement of the purpose of an enterprise, its reason for its existence. Is clear? It means, what is the description of business venture? This section of business plan generally begins with the mission statement. A mission statement is a statement of the purpose of an enterprise, its reason for existence. Is it clear? Its reason for its existence. वो कंपनी क्यों है? What is purpose? उसका purpose क्या है? It means, ठीक है, written reason for its existence. A written declaration of organization. A written declaration of an organization core purposes and focus that normally remains unchanged. Because you know that the focus of the company is normally remains unchanged. It can be increased. Means you can satisfy more and more number of customers. You can offer lot many products in the company like Nestle does, Amul does. They are offering lot variety of products in the company. They want to satisfy each and every type of customer. But the basic purpose is they remain in the market. The basic core purpose is they want to enter in the market. They want to exist in the market to serve more and more people. So that if we satisfy more and more people, then only they can bring more and more amount of profit. Normally it can be a curse. If you see the tagline of Nike, it says that to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. But this describes their business venture. If you see the Nike version, what Nike says, what is the tagline of Nike? To bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. What Amul says, the taste of India. Means we offer all types of products related to dairy products. We offer all types of product to satisfy the taste of India. What BMW says, the ultimate driving machine. Means we make the machine. It's the ultimate in driving. Walmart says, always low price, always. We kept our prices always low. Even Disneyland say that. Okay, when you come over here, you become happy. But they say the happiest place on earth. The happiest place on earth. Okay, then the Uber says, you know what's Uber? Move the way you want. They say move the way you want. Now it describes. These are description of business venture. These are description of the business venture. So what is the description? What is business venture all about? So this section of business plan generally begins with the mission statement. So these are the mission statement. A mission statement is a statement of the purpose of an enterprise, its reason for existence. It's a written declaration of an organization core purposes. Why we are establishing our business, what's our core purpose, and focus normally remains unchanged. The Nike focus is that to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. That's why you see that they try to impress all type of athlete. They say you can wear our shoes, we can promote you. But these are things, these are description of business venture. I hope this part is clear to you. You're able to understand this thing. In my next video, we will discuss about different plans like production plan, marketing plan. So guys, please work hard. I will provide you notes also regarding this chapter. So please take care. Stay safe. Bye.